Hey class, welcome to week 10 of Music Appreciation Online. I know we are headed into the home stretch going into Unit 5 out of our 6 units. We will spend the next 2 weeks on the Romantic period of music history and then have Thanksgiving break. And then when you come back, we'll have 3 more weeks of 20th century music. And so there's a whole lot of stuff in 20th century, so I wanted to devote the last good solid 3 weeks to that unit. And so we will jump right in to the Romantic period, which occurred between 1820 and 1900. And so there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and there is an extra credit opportunity that I would really love for you to take advantage of. It is worth 50 points, and I'm trying to help those that need the points toward the end of the semester, and so this includes a video that you will watch through a link on Connect, and you need to open them in 2 separate screens so that you can answer the questions while you're watching the video. And so on Connect, just open 2 separate screens so that you can see the questions and answer them as you get to them. And so it's going to be a little tricky. You will have to turn it in by next Tuesday. I don't take extra credit after it's due. And so but you'll enjoy this video. It's about the Romantic period, and I used to show this whole series to my class on Edpuzzle, but then copyrights got in the way and I couldn't assign it any longer with questions attached to it on Edpuzzle. But we can still view it through YouTube. And so the link that you're going to see on Connect is to YouTube, but the questions are in Connect through McGraw-Hill. And so that is where your 50 points will come from. So there are only 12 questions, so pay really close attention. And there are multiple choice and true false. And I created the quiz on Connect, and so I tried to make it pretty easy, but you need to make sure that you're reading the first question so that you can wait and listen for the answer, and then forward on to the next question. So if you need to pause the video, then do so. The video is 59 minutes long, and I think you'll really enjoy it because it kind of puts that whole time period and what was going on with music in perspective in kind of a modern sort of way. So so let's just go through the assignments really quick this week. Week 10. This is part 1 of 2. And I'm not going to give you a quiz this week, just so that you don't have to worry about studying for a quiz. But there are a lot of Learn Smart activities. There are 10, actually 11, 40 to 50. And so a lot of them are very, very short, but they're worth 5 or 10 points apiece. Most of them are worth 10 points apiece. One is worth 15. And so you know that you get your 150 points every week. And so if you don't do them, then that's points. That's 110 points. And so please do them. And then you have 4 listening assignments, and I've got those listed here down below, just so that you know what you're looking at and you know what you're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, there are 5 there. Okay, well, that may be a little different. I've got to go back and double check. I may have moved one of those to next week and didn't have it moved on here. All right, so let me just go over some of these words. This is Schubert, and then you have a composer named Schumann, and this is Chopin, not Chopin. All right, and then we have Mendelssohn, and then we have Berlioz, and this is Earl König, or the Earl King. And This is an etude. And we say concerto here. And this is the French word for symphony. It's a spelling in French, Symphonie Fantastique by Berlioz. And this is a really important piece of music for this time period. So I hope that you follow along on your listening guide so you can see what's going on at all times. And read on the story about Symphonie Fantastique so that you can understand what it is that is talking about. Also, if you usually don't see this, I always put at least once in every unit the PowerPoint presentation, and so that I used to use this when I taught in the classroom, and so you can always look through that. It kind of condenses the material for you in the reading, which helps you to study for your test. So looking through, I have it. Don't know how many of them will show up. I don't think I can. I don't think I can open them yet because they're locked. Yeah, this is Franz Schubert. He is the father of the art song and wrote over 600 art songs, and I've sung many of them. And so the Earl King is one of his most famous art songs. And then another contemporary of his, Robert Schumann. And then Clara Wieck Schumann was Robert Schumann's wife. So it's one of our first woman composers in a long time. And then Frédéric Chopin was really famous for most of his piano music. And so there are two different piano pieces there. And then Franz Liszt is another famous piano composer. And very interesting thing about Liszt, you'll read about. Yeah, I think I may have to move one of these music pieces to next week. If not, you might have 160 points this week just to fit Symphonie Fantastique in there. And so then we'll study about program music, and Hector Berlioz wrote Symphonie Fantastique. And I usually have this done about the time of Halloween, so we're just like 1 week off. And so then here is your extra credit activity. So you'll open this in one tab, and then go ahead and open another tab of Connect so that you can open the quiz, and that's where the extra credit points are. I hope this makes sense. And as always with extra credit, if it's on Edpuzzle or if it's on Moodle, you do not have to submit anything on, if it's on Connect or if it's on Edpuzzle, you don't have to submit it on Moodle. I look for it on Edpuzzle and I download those scores. So I did that for last week. Make sure that you turn it in on time, and you don't get points for just watching the video. You do have to answer the quiz questions. So I hope this makes sense. And just to warn you, one more thing on before the semester is over. During that last 3 weeks, there will be a concert credit report that you will have to complete. And we'll talk more about it at the beginning of Unit 6. But it is worth 100 points. I wanted to give you a special goodbye today. Hang on. Oh, Lily and I just wanted to say bye. This is my 13-year-old Jack Russell. And she's going kind of deaf, kind of like Beethoven. I should rename you Beethoven. But this is Lily. And so she likes to sing, and she's growling at the picture of the dog on my screen. So say bye, Lily. Say bye. Y'all have a good week. Bye.